Welcome back. It's 11:40. You're watching Alabama Live. We're talking about applying to college. It can be a hard time for anyone, but when you combine that with the cost of universities these days, it can make the entire process quite stressful. So luckily, our next guest has some tips on making sure you get the most financial aid possible and you spend the least time possible, because you really will be able to budget your time better if you know what you're doing. It's our parent-to-parent segment. As always, from Potential Magazine, we have the publisher here, Pam Mashburn. Here's a look at the magazine that is out now. Hopefully you'll be able to find it on your newsstands, but if you can't, you can get it online.
PotentialMagazine.com.
All right, we're talking about financial aid, FAFSA. We hear that thrown around a lot. What is that, and why is it so important?
Right. Yeah. Okay. This is usually where people's eyes glaze over because it's one of those necessary evils. But it is really important, and it's not my favorite thing to do either. But last year, 55% of our high school seniors did not apply, and they missed out on about $2,200.
Wow.
So it's definitely worth the time to do it. So it stands for Free Application for Financial Student Aid, FAFSA.
Yeah.
The website is really important because there's some scammy websites out there, but it's fafsa.ed.gov.
Okay.
And the producer will probably put that up on the screen, I hope. But what it does is, when your kids are thinking about going to college, or if they're in college, you have to apply every year. It allows them to get grants, loans, scholarship, and work study.
And it's all based on this application?
It's all based on this application. And so they ask you a lot of things. And if you go to our website, it'll have a list of things. It's things like your kid's driver's license number. It's your Social Security numbers. And so basically what they're trying to do is they're trying to find out, how much can you afford to spend? You as the parent and you as the student, how much can you put towards college? And so they do this algorithm and they figure it out, and it's called an EFC. And the EFC, just so I don't mess up, is Expected Family Contribution.
Okay, so they look at your tax returns, they look at all kinds of things.
Yes, they do. And they look at how much you have in your savings account. What they don't look at is don't put it on there. And when it asks you how much money you have in your savings account, don't put your retirement account. They can't consider your home. So those things you may have money in, but they're not going to look at those. So don't add them on there. The other things that but they are going to look at how much cash you've got on hand. So if you've got money in a savings account to go towards paying for a new roof, yeah, go put the roof on before you fill this out.
Yeah.
That's what they're looking at. And then the schools are going to look at that number, and they're going to say, based on our tuition and our fees, we're going to offer you this kind of break, and we're going to give your student a work study or whatever it is. Every school is going to give you a different package, even though your expected family contribution is the same, the costs for the schools are different.
Okay, so it's not like when you do your taxes, you fall into a certain bracket and it's always going to be this amount or this percentage that you have to pay. This could be different. If you do 3 different applications to schools, it could be 3 different things that you're asked to pay.
So you only do one financial aid, one FAFSA, but they're going to take that and they're going to say, well, based on this student, we can also give him this and we can give him that. So you might apply to like a private school and go, there's no way we'll ever afford it. But once you do your FAFSA, it might be cheaper than a public university.
So you need to go ahead and fill this out. What is the deadline? Is there a deadline to fill this out?
There's not really well, there is, depending on the school, but October 1st is when it opened up. My advice is fill it out as soon as possible, because once they give out all the work, there's only so many work studies, there's only so much grant money, and once it's gone, it's gone.
Yes, and it's all based on this.
And it's all based on this.
Okay, what are some of the common mistakes that people make when they're doing this? Is it putting that extra income on there that's not required?
It is. I think that's the main thing, and I've even made that mistake myself. So, and they don't really, I mean, it's the government. It's not always that clear. I wish it was clear, but you have to really, you do have to spend some time on it. We have, on our website, we've got the 9 steps that you need to go through, and we've also got some tips on there. So it could save you a lot of money. Another thing is, let's say that you went to college, you get more money if your parents didn't finish college or didn't attend college. So like, let's say that you're 1 semester away from getting your bachelor's degree. You would say, I finished high school. Don't get prideful and say, I'm almost done with college, so I'm going to put college. Because your student would get less money. Okay. So there's some different things in there, so you need to read about it.
In the magazine and on the website.
On the website.
Okay, look, this is what it looks like. Look for this magazine when you go out to newsstands or anywhere where teens and their parents hang out, or check them out,
Magazine.com. Hey, two more things. They've got a new app called My Student Aid. It's brand new this year, so you can start doing it on your phone, which is nice.
That is
and
good.
also, we're having a workshop next Thursday at Prattville Christian. So come, you'll learn a lot about this kind of stuff.
Okay,
it's at 6 o'clock.
What is that
date? That
date?
date is October 18th.
October 18th, and where is it going to be again?
6 o'clock at Prattville Christian Academy.
Okay, guys, check that out because I know you probably have a lot of questions because you want to make sure you get the most money possible. So go out there so you can ask those important questions and hopefully get enough money that your kid can go where they want to go to college. That's the goal. Thank you so much for being here. Good to see you.